everyone, and welcome back to Adventure. So the question today is, when are those test cruises going to begin? Did you know that we have over 300,000 volunteers on the Royal Caribbean website that want to take those test cruises? 300,000 people want to take the test cruises. That's crazy. So let's talk about it right after this. Oh, also, I'm going to give my top 7 ideas of how we can prepare now for when we cruise again, right after this. Welcome back. So how this works is that the CDC, out of the 47 cruise ships that are all around North America, the CDC has set up guidelines. Now the cruise ships are either in the green or they're in the red. Now if they're in the green, that means that they have gone through all the protocols, that they have all of their employees on board. The employees have gone through all of the isolation, and they've created a safe environment to entertain the option of starting the test cruises. Now, if they're in the red, that means they haven't stepped up to all the marks. They're still waiting for some things to qualify to be in the green. But right now, we have quite a few cruise ships that are in the green, and hopefully we'll be able to take on passengers, not your typical passengers, but test passengers that will be able to come on board, and they can do their short little trips and check out, see how well all of the protocols go. And so I thought you might be interested in knowing where the cruise lines stand on their ships. So Carnival right now has 11 ships in the green and 5 in the red. Holland America has 2 ships in the green and 4 in the red. Princess Cruises actually has 2 ships in the green, and they are the Royal and the Majestic. Now they're hoping very shortly that they'll have the Caribbean Princess also in the green. That's their goal. But the amazing thing is that the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line actually has 17 ships in the green and 0 in the red. So they are pretty much the top cruise line that hopefully will start possibly with their test cruises very shortly. Rumor has it that possibly by the end of the month, some of the test cruises might begin. But with the latest outbreak of the virus, and now that we do have the vaccination, they may be changing the rules a little bit, so we're not holding our breath, but it would be great. We need to get these ships out. We need to see how well they do, and we need these test cruises ASAP. So now I'd like to go through my top 7 suggestions of how we can prepare to cruise again. Now, this is not only for crew members, but passengers as well. And I did a couple weeks ago receive that email from Princess Cruises asking me if I'm interested in return to the ships and my availability for the dates to return to the ship. So that reminded me that I need to prepare, because we know, you crew members know, that they can send us an email and say, hey, can you leave in 7 days? Sometimes those contracts come really quickly. So it'd be nice to have everything prepared before our cruise again. And the same with passengers. You want to prepare now for those times. So number 1 on my list, and the most important, make sure all of your travel documents are up to date. Your visas, especially your passport. You have to make sure that you're not within a 6-month expiration date, because some countries internationally will not even allow you to enter if your passport is due up in 6-month period. So make sure all your visas, your passport, now's the time to do it. Don't wait till the last minute. So that's number 1. Number 2, I just realized it's been almost exactly a year since I was on the Sea Princess doing the New Zealand run out of Australia. And I decided to look in all my toiletries that I have saved just for my cruises. Sometimes I can be gone the whole summer. And I got out all of my toiletries, you know, all those things that you get and you save from the hotels that you stay in, you know, the lotions and the toothpaste and the mouthwash and, you know, the shampoo and the conditioners. I decided I'm going to go through all of this and I'm going to use it up. It's been over a year. I mean, how long can this stuff last? So I'm going to go through everything so I don't waste it, use it all up, and then I'm going to make a list of all the things to replenish all my supplies again right before I sail again. Number 3, I'm going to check all of my little adapters and things. Now we have the, you know, American, the US, and I usually take a large one because the small one like this just does not cut it, especially, you know, you're sharing your cabin with somebody. And also I put different colored tape around all my items because you don't want to get them all mixed up. So this one I don't take, that's too small, but I do take this one because that way you can plug it in and it has a lot of different outlets. And also the European one, obviously I can't check this because I'm American and we don't have anything that even looks like that. But that's the adapter, what it looks like in European. So you plug that in their wall and that, and then you have the adapters here. Also, I always take a flashlight because if you want to get up in the middle of the night, those cabins can be really, really dark. Uh-oh, needs a new battery. So I need to get this fixed, so that will be on my list. Number 4, now's the time to discuss where you'd like to go, where you'd like to cruise to or travel to. So I would probably suggest choose maybe your top 3 choices because one never knows what countries will be open and at what time. So maybe your top 3 cruises to different countries, places you'd like to go. Also, I like investigating in different ports, different things that you can go see, points of interest. So check into shore excursions, see the different places that you can go, different things you'd like to do in port. So now's the time to do all that research and to decide where you'd like to go. Now, as far as crew staff and crew members, we know that we don't have a lot of choices of where we're going, but we can still at the same time research the different things that we can do while we're in port and make the best of that time, that wonderful time that we have off when we're in port. A lot of fun things to do. And now for a short commercial break. Now, if you remember, when I'm not traveling or cruising, which none of us are, I am out searching for travel items and fun things that are made from all over the world. And where am I finding those things? I'm going to thrift shops, antique stores, and yard sales, estate sales. Anyway, I'm having so much fun. I've been finding so many wonderful things that are made from all over the world. I wanted to show you a few of them. I found this whistle. Look how cute this is. This is called the 3 Gossiping Women. And what this is, it's actually a whistle. So you blow right there and the sound comes out there. I haven't tried to do it, nor do I want to, but this is from Peru. Isn't this adorable? Anyway, just one of the things I have found. Some other things I have found made in Mexico. Look at these hand-painted parrots. Now, these are fun things that you can't buy these in the stores here in the States or any place else in the world. You've got to be down on the streets, in port, down with the locals, and that's where you get things like this. So these are from Mexico. So cute. One other thing that I found was a Regal coffee mug. And these are the coffee mugs that you can buy in the gift shop. Everyone has them. When you're on the Regal, you want to buy one of these for a souvenir. This is brand new. It's never been used. It's very, very clean. But looking closely, and if you look on this mug, it has a picture of the ship and all the different dimensions and the numbers. So I'm looking at this closely, and it says that 696 crew members. But wait a minute, that's not right. So I looked over here for passengers, 1,500 passengers. This is the Regal Princess. These numbers are totally off. We have at least 1,500 crew members on the Regal with at least 5,000 passengers on the Regal. So this is a mistake. The numbers are off. So I'm curious, has anyone else bought a mug like this with the numbers that are wrong? If you have, put it down in the comments. I'd love to read what you say about it. So I was just so shocked. I thought, oh, wow, this is crazy. Those numbers are for one of our smaller ships. So if you have any comments, like I said, leave it down below, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. I don't know if I want to sell this or hold on to it. Maybe it'll be valuable one day. Also, all these items are sold in my Etsy shop. I will leave the link down below. All you do is press on it and it'll take you right to the shop. I've got almost 100 different items that I have found. Having so much fun finding neat things that are made in different countries and souvenirs that you can pick up. Also, one day I missed seeing my suitcase so much that I pulled it out and I thought, what can I do with it? So I actually turned it into an end table on the side of my bed. Here's a picture. Pretty pathetic, huh? I thought it looked kind of cute. Okay, on to number 5. Number 5, basically for the ladies, start planning your wardrobe. Now, depending on where you decide to go, it could be Alaska, obviously one set of clothes, or it could be to the Caribbean. But I do understand that our cruises will only be 7 days long for the next 6 to 9 months. So usually on a 7-day cruise, you might have 3 formal nights. It might go back down to 2 formal nights, but that's something to keep in mind. Not this last summer, obviously, but for the 3 summers before that, Alaska, when we were there in the summertime, actually was having a heat wave. So it was very typical to be in the 65 to 70 degrees in every port in Alaska. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Planning our wardrobes and what we want to wear, that's always something we'd like to have a lot of time to do. And as far as crew staff and crew members, the same thing goes for us. We have those nights where we have to dress up when we're out and about on the ship. Also in port, we have certain clothes also. Fortunately, we don't have to worry too much about our uniforms because the ship supplies all that. But we still need to think about the outfits that we want to take and make sure they are prepared and ready to go. Number 6, now's a good time before we cruise again and start getting really, really busy to go through all your contact lists, maybe your address books and your contacts in your phone, and weed out all of those names and numbers of people that you really don't need their contacts anymore. Maybe ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands. Anyway, get rid of some of those numbers that you don't need. That way it's simplified and everyone that's in there you know is important. That's it, number 6. And number 7, last but not least, if you've received some new video equipment or any type of devices, new cell phone, new cameras, underwater camera, any type of new device that you are not familiar with yet, spend a lot of time practicing on it. Nothing is worse than getting out on the high seas and wanting to film something or take a picture and you don't know how to do it. So spend a lot of time with those new devices so that when you're ready to use them on vacation, you'll be ready to go. So those are my 7 suggestions how we can spend some of our time preparing to cruise again. And hopefully really soon we'll be hearing about those test cruises and I'll be able to join on the high seas again. If you like my little show, make sure you give it a thumbs up and push that subscribe button and the bell. That way you'll be notified of all my upcoming videos. And don't forget the link for my Etsy store is right down below. And you can press it and it'll take you right to all the neat little things that I have found. So stay well, and until next time, ciao for now.